Well, hey, Northland family and friends. Hope you're having a great week. Boy, we've been reflecting back on the last couple of weeks and Easter. What a great time we had together as a church family. And now it's exciting because we're now in the story of David. It's so exciting. David, a man after God's own heart. Pastor Gus kicked it off, and Pastor Sean and Pastor Marsh telling us a little bit about David. Israel wanted a king and they got Saul, and that didn't go well. And so God, in his mercy, appointed David to be the next king of Israel. But that didn't happen right away. David didn't rise to the throne. It took actually several years before David would take that throne. But the defining moment, the moment that really began David on his road to the throne, was when David slew Goliath. You know that story. We all love that story. The day that David slew Goliath, up against insurmountable odds. David shows up with some bread and cheese for his brothers, and here's this Philistine just defying the gods of Israel. That got to David. So David decided, I'm going to do something about that. And he faced that giant with just a shepherd's sling and a stone. Imagine that. What are the odds? And yet by God's power and by God's grace, David was able to defeat Goliath that day. The truth of the matter is, guys, there's a lot of lessons we can learn from this story. We all have giants. We all have things that cause fear in our life, that slow us down, that hinder us, whether it's fear or addiction or anxiety. We all have some giants in our lives. Well, this Sunday, we'd love for you to join us as we look at this story and learn some things from David, how we can be victorious over those giants in our life. And so come join us, and we're going to, by God's grace, slay some giants.